Insurance, Labette Health, Lee's Cooling and Heating, Medical Lodges and Grand Villa, the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, Midwest Real Estate, and the Car Shop. Now let's head over to the stadium and your play-by-play voice of the Bulldogs, Kane Carpenter.
Baser, Kansas decided tonight's game between the Independence Bulldogs. The Baser Linwood Bobcats got a good one for you here tonight between these two teams as we're going to run right up onto the national anthem. I timed that one pretty well there. I'm Kane Carpenter along with me, Brett Shields. Do want to mention, this is our Quality Toyota pregame show. We'll actually take a 2.5-minute timeout if you got the national anthem. You're listening to Bulldogs football right here on Indy 102.9.
Quality Toyota and Quality Motors are proud supporters of IHS Athletics. We would like to encourage fans and players to keep up the great example of sportsmanship that is an Independence tradition. Quality Automotive Group also has a rich tradition of helping local folks get the best deal on a new or used car or truck. For example, I have a great school or commuter car, a 2011 Camry with only 56,000 miles. Stop by either side of the street and tell them you're here for the IHS Supporter Special and get a $1,000 discount. Go Bulldogs.
The name Newkirk Denison Buckle.
Further than Community National Bank and Trust. Our brand new Guardian Secure checking account helps protect you from identity theft, offers cell phone protection, shopping rewards, travel discounts, and can pay you CD-like rates if you qualify, all with your checking account. If your account isn't paying you, call or stop by Community National Bank and Trust today. Member FDIC.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The emergency department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
We welcome you back to our Quality Toyota pregame show. Again, I'm Kane Carpenter along with me, Brett Shields. As I mentioned, got a good one for you here tonight between the Independence Bulldogs and the Baser Store. A wild one indeed. But the Bulldogs finally able to put some things together, especially on offense, and get some points put up on the board.
Yeah, not only the offense, but especially the ground game. Going at it, 3 rushers to get over 150 yards, led by Jaden McGrath, who had 195 yards on the ground. Not going to be so much focus on the offense tonight, although Baser Linwood has yet to give up any points this season. The defense going to have to step up a little bit, as Baser Linwood has already scored 173 points on the season.
Oh, it's definitely going to take quite the effort from this Independence team here tonight to be able to get the win here on the road. As Brett mentioned, Bobcats 3-0 so far through the early part of this season, have yet to give up a point so far this season.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, that is. That's regardless of who you're playing against. That's impressive no matter how you look at it. For Independence.
After the Fort Scott game, we went to Dairy Queen, and I can't remember. Oklahoma State was playing on TV, and the team they were playing, I can't remember who it was. They had been around for 11 years, and they had never been shut out. He said, man, that's hard to do. Baser Linwood shut out their first 3 opponents.
Yeah, that's a little difference between the two. But still right. Impressive. Very much so, no matter how you cut it. Independence definitely going to have their work cut out for them here, as working their way into this one, of course, coming into some hostile territory on the road. They're going to have to try to continue, at least from the offensive point of view, what they did last week, and that's going to be the ground game. Independence finally able to get things going, running the football. That's what they like to do. So you're going to see a heavy dose of those running backs here tonight.
Yeah, it's not so much focus on the running backs, but what can the offensive line do to create holes for the running backs? It all starts up front. If you can't get it going up front, those backs are going to have a long night.
And that's where Independence has been a little inconsistent in the early part of this season with the offensive line. You see them on some plays being able to open up some holes, and then you have a couple plays later giving up the defenders, allowing them to control the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that happen here tonight against a very talented Bobcat team, especially on the road.
This is a Baser-Linwood team that last year made it all the way to the state semifinal round, getting beat by eventual state champion Bishop Miege.
Well, speaking of last year, they also knocked off Independence by a score of 46-6 in that game.
That was a good Independence team.
And it was but one of the best defensive teams. But that's something we talked about on the way up here. Independence defensively held them through a significant portion of that first half. It's just that offense last year's inability to really be able to penetrate that Baser-Linwood defense, and the defense for Independence eventually gave way, unfortunately, in that one. So Independence can't have a repeat of that performance. They want to try to be successful here tonight. And he's going to have to take all aspects of this game for them to be playing to near perfection.
You may hear either me or Kane say a lot tonight, but we talked about that on the way up here.
Mm-hmm.
We had plenty of time to talk on the way up here.
We certainly did. For sure. It's going to be Baser-Linwood receiving the opening kickoff, going from right to left. Independence will be kicking, going from left to right. Do want to mention our kickoff brought to you by G&W Foods of Independence. G&W Foods Independence, just as well get the best. Of course, one of our many fine sponsors for Independence football.
We made the trip up here so you don't have to.
Exactly.
You can stay at home and just listen to us.
Yep. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as these two teams go at it. Independence getting things teed up for them here tonight. Crawley set to kick this one away for the Bulldogs. He'll boot it. It'll be fielded at the 10-yard line. Going to be returned by Baser-Linwood. Trying to reel up the middle. Finally get brought down out across to the 40-yard line. As Independence looking like a gaping hole there. But for Kyle Alcanter, as he was able to.
And the initial hole was there. Independence doing a good job on the back end of the kickoff team. Make sure that one didn't go all the way.
So these two teams set to square off. First offensive possession for the Bobcats. 4 wide receivers set in the shotgun. One running back in the backfield. Going to throw the screen pass. It's complete out to the left-hand side. Going to get brought down out across the 25 as Matt McKnight was on the reception for the Bobcats. Gain of 6. So now, 2nd and 4. Back in the gun. Dropping back to pass. Looking, rolling out is Mussett.
Good play by Zadrick Daniels to deflect that one away.
Yeah, he got that one away. It wasn't complete, so it'll bring up 3rd and 4 now for the Bobcats.
Good form by Daniels as well. He had that left arm behind the receiver in case it did get caught. That right arm just right up there to knock the ball away.
Back to a 4 wide receiver set. 3 trip wide outs to the far side. Takes the snap, going to hand it off right up the middle with it. Up the gut, big hole there, out across the 50, down near the 45-yard line. More than enough for a first down as Ford with the carry. So 1st and 10 now at the Independence 45-yard line. 11:15 left in the first quarter. 4 wide receiver set. In the gun, dropping back to pass again, looking, throwing it over the head of the intended target, incomplete.
And not surprised to see Baser-Linwood throwing this much. Daquan Johnson last week at Parsons had quite the day through the air.
Well, and on the ground, too.
On the ground, too, but over 350 yards passing on only 19 attempts.
Yeah, definitely so.
I would assume this team has seen the film and said, oh, we can probably throw.
Independent's trying to prove a better point than they did last week. Handoff, going to go up the middle, spin move out to the left-hand side, now cutting back up the middle, being tackled out around the 40. And that'll be bringing down Nolan Ford after a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats.
And Ford, he was going to be stopped about 2 yards into that run and had a nice spin move to the outside and ended up getting 5.
Going to have a officials timeout here for a sec. Official had a thing to say. Got that taken care of. So back to action here. Snap away. Man in motion. Going to hand it off. Motion man right-hand side. Got a ton of room down the sideline. Out across the 30. Down near the 20. That's going to be a huge gainer. And more than enough for the first down is the Bobcats approaching the red zone.
He's going to go for 19 yards on the end around to McKnight.
Quickly to the line for the Bobcats. Man in motion, fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper up the middle with it, plows into the pile and moves it forward. Solid gain on that one, close to 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 now for Baser Linwood. 10:08 left in the first quarter. It's been methodical for the Bobcats and a mix of the run and the pass, moving the ball down the field against this Independence defense. Back in the gun. Slot back in motion. Going to hand it off to him now to the left-hand side. Sheds the tackle. Works his way inside the 10, down near the 5. Ball carrier on that one was Jackson Jennings for the Bobcats. Gets the first down and makes it 1st and goal. It's going to go under center. Wing back in motion, drops back to pass, looks, throws, fires incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and goal for Baser Linwood.
Just a little high throw.
Going to bring up another 2nd down opportunity for the Bobcats. Quarterback looking at the sidelines. Sure, trying to get the play in. Looks at his wrist to confirm it. Set here now in the shotgun. Far receiver in motion. Drops back to pass. Looking, rolls out to his right-hand side. Looking at the back of the end zone. Then throws it over the top and could not be secured in the back of the end zone. It'll fall incomplete. Good job by Independence on coverage there.
Yeah, Brock,
he had to try to drop that one in.
Brock hoped for the intended receiver, and he went up for it. Was right there on that back line, and a little too much focus on his feet. Couldn't quite bring that one in.
Going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line for the Bobcats. That's going to go under center. Single wing formation. Pitches to the wing back, right-hand side, gets a good block, cuts it in, out of the end zone, touchdown. 6 points on the board. As Matt McKnight able to fight his way into the end zone from 5 yards out, it puts the Bobcats up 6-0 over the Bulldogs with 9:21 left in the first quarter. Rusk for the extra point attempt. It will be up, and it is good. 7-0. Bobcats with the lead. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldogs football right here on Indy 102.9.
We're pet people. You're pet people. And this fall, Equity Bank is proud to be the official bank of pets. In August and September, for every new household that opens a new checking account, we'll donate $25 to a local animal cause. Plus, when you say hello to Equity Bank, you say goodbye to ATM fees. Equity Bank, the official bank of pets. Member FDIC, terms and conditions apply.
love being number one. When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
State Farm Agent Kirk Wright, 1701 West Main in Independence, or call 620-331-1245.
Back to action here. Kickoff away. Rusk kicking that one for the Bobcats. It'll be fielded by Frawley for Independence. Ill-advised move as he gets tackled inside the 10. Well, that ball did kind of die. He really didn't have much of a choice. And Independence is going to be 10 deep in their own territory for their first offensive possession.
Keep in mind, nobody has scored on Baser Linwood yet this year.
Independence's first attempt's going to be deep in their own territory. In fact, it'll be at their own 10-yard line with 9:15 left here in the first quarter. Independence the shotgun, probably going to hand it off at the middle with it. Fighting his way for yardage. I believe that was Farley, as he got what he could there. In fact, going to pick up close to 6, about 5, I guess, officially. Long 5, short 6.
And good job by Farley. Good job by the offensive line as well. The hole was there, just right up the middle.
Bringing up 2nd and 4 for the Independence offense. Farley back in the gun. Twin wideouts to the near side, 2 running backs in the backfield. Farley hands it right up the middle with it. Nowhere to go as that defense controlling the line of scrimmage. And that time, Farley, no room.
Yeah, Farley kind of running the same play there and just
lose about a yard.
Go.
Yeah, tough run there. Going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Baser Linwood does have the size advantage when you look at the offensive and defensive line.
Yeah, it makes it tough up front. Independence got to do everything they can to try to get leverage.
Use more of your legs.
Trip wideouts to the far side. Shotgun set for Frawley. Takes the snap. Looks to pass. Not going to try to scramble. The pocket collapses. He'll get pulled down. Flag comes flying in late.
Very late at that.
As Frawley really had nowhere to go. Let's see what the flag is, though.
The outside linebacker was flying in there, and Frawley steps up to avoid it.
It's called face mask against Baser Linwood. Extend some extra life here at Independence. Saw a couple of those last week at Parsons.
We still have the 5-yard face mask
on that, so.
Not the automatic first down.
Well, they're only about 5 yards out.
Give this 3rd down a second try. Yeah, only 5 yards on that penalty.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So Frawley going to look to throw. Ball gets batted down the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Looking at the hook route down near side, and it's going to bring up a punting situation for Independence.
Tyler Cunningham for Baser Linwood came screaming through from his linebacker position and batted that one down. Chisholm was open. Just ran about a 5 or 6 yard curl route. Would have got the first down, but good job by Cunningham to knock that one down.
Independence set to punt fairly back there for the Bulldogs. Gets the snap, kicks this one away. Low kick, going to be touched, and they're going to have to pounce on it. Was the return man trying to catch the number there?
25, yep. Kyle Alcanter.
And really, Farley was just lucky to get that one away. But got a good punt out of it, all things considered.
It didn't have hang time by any means. It was a low-line drive, a little up deeper than Alcanter was expecting.
So it will allow the Bobcats to take over at their own 37-yard line. Baser Linwood scoring on their first offensive possession of the game. Makes it 7-0 with 7:31 left in the first quarter. Back in the shotgun set, looking back to pass, dropping, fires it. Onto the right-hand side, avoiding the tackle, now down the sideline, now across the 50, the 40, the 30, out to the 20, cutting on the inside, being tackled down to the 15. And a big catch and run. Most of that was yards after the catch, Brett, as just goes to show what a missed tackle can do to really spring a big play.
Ends up going for 47 yards. Yeah, just the one missed tackle, as Kane said.
Baser Linwood breaks huddle. 3 wide receivers set. Shotgun. Going to take the quarterback keeper, left-hand side, got all day, and finds the lane off the left-hand side into the end zone for the touchdown. That one's going to go from 15 yards out. It'll push this to a 13-0 lead for the Bobcats with 7 minutes exactly left in the first quarter. PAT pending for Rusk. Snap is away. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good as well. 14-0. Bobcats with the lead. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Lee's Cooling and Heating in Independence. Call 620-331-2310. 118 South 8th Street, Independence.
We are all faced with tough decisions when choosing a home away from home for our loved ones. Medical Lodges and Grand Villas of Independence offer a wide variety of services ranging from an assisted living community to skilled nursing or long-term care.
Whether you're seeking a place to make new friends or recover and go home, Medical Lodges and Grand Villas Independence.
Call me, Megan, at Medical Lodges, 331-8789.
Or call me, Amber, at Grand Villas, 331-2260. We serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
Kick is away, and it'll be fielded by Zadrick Daniels. Takes down the sideline, gets as much as he can, but it'll be stopped about the 23-yard line. That's where the Independence offense will take over. Well, better field position than they had on the first drive, but then again, that's not saying much. You started at your own 10-yard line. See what the Independence offense is capable of doing here. Shotgun set for Prawley. 2 running back backfield with one wide out to the near side. Got a hand off and stopped immediately in the backfield. Was McGrath, as he got nothing going there on that one. McGrath couldn't quite find a hole there. It'll bring up 2nd and 14. With 6:30 left in the first quarter. Bulldogs break huddle. Trip wide out to the near side. Shotgun set for Prawley. 5 wide. Looking, fires it from left from the right-hand side. Rather to Farley. Falls incomplete. Do want to mention, of course, this game streaming on Indy 102.9 Facebook page as well as YouTube. YouTube. Yeah, YouTube, the band.
Rock band. Hey, they were at Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah, they were.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but those tickets were cheap. Going to bring up 3rd and 14 for the Bulldogs after the incomplete pass. Operating now the shotgun, 5 wide. Slot man in motion. Going to hand it off to McGrath. McGrath works the left-hand side. Can't quite gain the edge. In fact, he'll lose a little bit on that carry. After a loss of a yard, it'll bring up 4th and 15 for the Independence offense.
The offense going the wrong way right now. Not what you want to see.
So another punting situation brought up for Independence. A bad snap. Able to get it, however, gets the punt off, hits about the 48-yard line, rolls out of bounds. Out around the 45 to see where they mark it. Actually going to say it'll be out around the 47. So Bobcats going to take over with great field position. And another opportunity here to put some more points on the board.
A little over halfway through this first quarter, Kane. It's the battle of the trenches right now that Baser Linwood has clearly won. Independence going to have to dig deep and get a little bit better push on that line.
Back in the gun, 4 wide receiver set, 3 here to the near side for the Bobcats. Going to hand it off up the middle. Now works left hand side off tackle, gets tripped up at the 40 and goes down out near the 35-yard line. Actually going to mark him at the 36. As Independence, again, having trouble controlling the line of scrimmage.
Ends up being a 16-yard run, Kane. Just right up the gut.
Pistol gun formation. Going to take the snap. Mussett looking to throw. Fires it over the middle. Too high for the intended target. Running the seam route right up the middle of the field as Matt McKnight not able to climb the ladder and get up there high enough for that reception. Good play design. It's a little too high of a throw. 5:07 left in the first quarter. Bobcats up 14-0. Back of the pistol, wingman in motion, going to hand it off to the running back instead. Works off the left-hand side, gets met after a couple of yards on that carry by the Independent defense. Going to bring up a third down for the Bobcats.
It's being a 4-yard gain by McDaniel.
Bring up 3rd and 7. Mussett dropping back to pass. Got plenty of time in the pocket. Fires it. It's picked off by Prawley. Prawley now down the right-hand side. He's got some blockers escorting him. Works his way out to the inside. Going to get stripped away from behind, actually. And Bobcats going to come up with it. That's going to be doubly bad, as it's a dual change of possession. It brings up a first down for the Bobcats.
The only positive here is that
they lost some yards.
They lost 75 yards. I understand what Prawley was trying to do. The offense is struggling. He was trying to score it all off there on defense and just kind of got spun around and just had that ball hanging out there.
It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Bobcats' 40-yard line. Shotgun set again. Mussett looking, fires it deep down the field and well over the head of the intended target. Incomplete.
That ball landed about 5 yards out of bounds. Even if the receiver had got there, no way he gets his feet in. That white line on the out-of-bounds line is, 3 yards wide?
Mm-hmm.
And that ball landed about a solid yard outside of it.
Brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Bobcats. Shotgun set. Going to hand it off. Running play. Spin move to the inside. Now for Ford. Ford got a ton of room. Dodging defenders. Works his way to the left-hand side. Got one man to beat. Heading towards the end zone. And he'll make his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be a 60-yard touchdown run by Nolan Ford. Bobcats up 20-0.
A lot of missed tackles there on the Independence defense.
Good moves by Ford.
Yeah, very good spin move to get past that front line. And I understand the secondary a little defeated right now after getting that big interception and to give it right back. It's tough missing those tackles.
Rusk for the PAT. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up. It's good as well. 21-0. Baser Linwood with the lead. We'll send it back to the studio for 60 seconds. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
The name Newkirk Denison Buckles is synonymous with hometown insurance, always having your best interests at heart with the ability to design the product to fit your specific needs. Having the right insurance for your family, home, or business is important. Depend on Newkirk Denison Buckles. They have been actively serving the community for over 100 years as insurance experts. When you think insurance, think Newkirk Denison Buckles with locations in Independence, Neodesha, Coffeyville, Fredonia, and Caney.
What makes a good pharmacy? At the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, it's a genuine interest in you and your personal health care needs. They help with all your health questions and concerns and offer health screenings that help monitor your health, sponsor health events that keep you informed of the most important advancements. And of course, a good pharmacy also provides a full range of the products you need for good health, from the national brands to trusted Medicine Shop brands. So what makes a good pharmacy? It's the Medicine Shop Promise. Pride in knowing medicine and also you in order to meet your individual health needs accurately and completely. 400 North Penn in Independence.
Back here, Baser, Kansas. 4:01 left in the first quarter. It's 21-0. Bobcats kickoff attempt will go out of bounds, actually. That'll bring out the penalty flag.
Independence will get their best field position, though. That's what they needed. A little bit of a break there. Got to capitalize.
But like you said, going to have to do a better job at least trying to control the line of scrimmage, which so far Bobcats have been dominating.
It's been tough so far, but you got to take advantage of breaks like this. You get a penalty where they're giving you good field position to the 35-yard line. Come out here and try to get a big play on the first play.
As Brett mentioned, Bulldogs going to take over at their own 35-yard line. Not sure what they're waiting around for.
Play clock already down to 10.
What Independence is doing exactly. It looks like they're going to take a timeout. All right, we'll take 30 seconds with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Yep, you're going to look good in this house. Are we ready to make an offer?
Well, we really love this house.
Yes, we really love this house, but $120,000 is as high as we can go on this house.
You're kidding me, right? I see what kind of car you're driving. You got lots of money. You can do better than that. Sheesh!
Tired of being hounded? Then visit us at Midwest Real Estate. Your home, our commitment. Online at MidwestKS.com.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Back here, Baser, Kansas.
Baser.
21-0. Bobcats with the lead. Independence with the football.
I was about to say it's a beautiful night, but this is not football weather anywhere.
Yeah, I know. It's hot. Still warm. Shotgun set for Independence. Handoff going to go up the middle with it is Farley. Going to get tripped up, pick up a couple. Not much more than that. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Farley now 3 carries. Does have 6 yards.
Bulldogs still sticking to that ground game, as one would expect. Back in the gun, 2 running backs in the backfield with Crawley. He'll take the snap, makes the handoff, pocket collapses, and he'll get sacked as play action. But pocket was disintegrating before he even had an opportunity to get set.
As the defensive end or outside linebacker, number 31, Nolan Ford on defense.
He got there quick. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 after the loss of 2.
Chanute trails Ottawa 7-6 late in the first quarter. I think Chanute has a chance to win that one.
Yeah, definitely. Shotgun set for Independence. Probably going to throw the screen off the fingertips and the intended target incomplete as Aiden Charter wasn't able to haul that one in. It'll bring up a punting situation for Independence.
Charter looking to his gloves. That one just kind of slipped right through his hands, and I think Charter was looking up field before he had that one.
He had such a nice catch last week. Can't really detract much from that. Those happen sometimes.
For this play, I've got a score from the Labette County rivalry, Labette County and Parson.
Punt is away. Farley booms this one. Nice high punt. Going to be muffed. Loose on the turf. Picked up, however, Bobcats, and they'll take over just around the 33-yard line.
Tyler Alcantor not fielding that one cleanly, but got a good bounce. Just kind of bounced right up into his lap. Real quick before this play came, with 5:49 left in the first, Lebec County 21, Parsons 0.
Quite the game I thought it'd be.
Parsons might have a little more offensive punch with DeQuan Johnson. Like Lebec County's defense kind of shutting that down right now. Then again, Parsons had a big second quarter against Independence to make a little comeback.
That's true.
Last week.
Shotgun set for the Bobcats. Looking back to pass, fires it complete to the slot man, down across the 45, the 50. It's brought down inside of Bulldog territory. There's another first down, another big gainer for this Bobcat offense.
And Joe Phillips now 2 receptions for 64 yards.
Brings up 1st and 10. They're going to spot it at the 50, actually. Back of the gun, trip wide out to the near side. Nelson looks to throw it, fires it over the right-hand side, complete. And good one-on-one tackle there. Quite see that is.
Jackson Jennings over there.
Yeah. It'll bring down just shy of the first down marker, actually. It'll bring up 2nd and inches. With 2:05 left in the first quarter.
Sater Daniels over there making a good tackle. Daniels misses that shoestring tackle. That one probably goes for 6 as well.
Back in the gun. Shotgun set. Muffet rolls out to his right-hand side. He'll keep it himself. Avoiding the defender. Gets slung down around the sideline, but got more than enough for the first down. And it'll move the chains once again for the Bobcats.
And a couple Bulldogs jumping at pump fake even once he was past the first down marker.
Seen that move a time or two.
Once or twice. Austin Birdie finally didn't fall for it and took him down after the 5-yard gain.
New set of downs for Baser Linwood here. Down to 1:33 left in the first quarter. Man in motion, going to fake the handoff, gives it to the running back, right-hand side, cuts it up the middle, out across the 20, or excuse me, the 30, the 20, now inside the 10, off the left-hand side before getting brought down just shy. Actually out to the 4 is where they're going to say, so brings up another 1st and goal for the Bobcat offense.
That being a gain of 34 yards. I didn't quite catch the number on that one, Kane. Did you?
Going to put Bobcats, like I say, again with the 1st and goal here in the pistol. Man in motion, going to roll out. Quarterback keeper right up the gut with it. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. That time going from 4 yards out. It'll make this 27-0. Baser Linwood with the lead with 57 seconds left in the first quarter. A scout there for the PAT attempt for the Bobcats. Snap is away. Then Muff going to have to scramble with it. Rolling out, fires it. It's complete for the 2-point conversion. As Muffet, the holder, able to locate his tight ends, flaring out to the right-hand side. And it puts them, Bobcats, up 29-0. Here late in the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Many things change over time, and auto repair is one of those things. While today's high-tech cars may not require the same continuous service as the older ones do, they will nonetheless at one time or another need to be serviced. When they do, they require high-tech equipment and highly trained certified technicians. You can find all those, along with the most advanced computer diagnostic equipment available, at the Car Shop.
3201 West Main in Independence. That's 3201 West Main in Independence.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
29-0 is the score. 57 seconds left. Baser Linwood with the lead here late in the first quarter. Bobcats set to kick this one off. Going right to left. Independent set to receive, going left to right. Kick is away. He fielded at about the 7-yard line by the Bulldogs. On the left-hand side with it is McGrath out across the 30 before getting brought down from behind. They give some decent field position here to Independence, but they've had a lot of trouble, as we expected, against this Baser Linwood defense moving the football.
Yep, Baser Linwood yet to give up a point all year. That's through 3 games already. And they've looked pretty tough against the Independence offense here throughout the first quarter as well.
Absolutely. Shotgun set again for Independence. 2 running backs in the backfield with Prawley. Takes the snap, hands it off, up the gut with it. Not going to find much there. Very tough interior defense by the Bobcats.
And McGrath,
gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, looks like they're going to the one.
Brings up 2nd and 9. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Back in the shotgun for Prawley. 2 wide receivers. Takes the snap, hands it off. McGrath with it. Gets slung down from behind. His offensive line not able to hold back those defenders there. He'll end up losing about half a yard on that carry.
Gets to the original line of scrimmage.
It'll bring up 3rd and 10. That's actually going to be the last play of the first quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Independent down 29-0. We'll take 60. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Brian Klein again with Quality Toyota and Quality Motors. We hope you're enjoying the game. You know, I've been here for 8 years now, and I have never had this many pre-owned Tacomas. You know, the legendary dependability and reliability of the Tacoma? And now is your chance to save thousands off new prices. All of these are local trades. You can call or stop by either side of the street, and we'll show you why your neighbor trades with Quality Automotive Group. Hey, go Bulldogs, get that win.
You're on the go, and we are too. Community National Bank and Trust introduces our app upgrade for mobile banking, now better than ever. From your smartphone or tablet, you can view account balances, see your transaction history, transfer funds, and pay bills. It doesn't get any more convenient than that. Enroll in Community National Bank and Trust online banking and download our updated app today. Banking on the go from Community National Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Getting ready to start the second quarter. Independence with the football. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 33-yard line. Independence down 29-0 here to Baser Linwood. Probably with it under a lot of pressure almost immediately. And going to get knocked around a little bit before being brought down. Big loss there on that play.
And Probably just trying to find somebody open, and the secondary for Baser Linwood doing a great job as well. And just tough to scramble back there and want your offensive line to hold up that long. And eventually it kind of caught up to him.
So 4th and 19, another punting situation here for Farley. To get the snap this time cleanly, punts this one away. High skying kick. It'll take a Baser Linwood bounce. And Independence going to go ahead, down it at the 46-yard line.
And Baser Linwood is going to have a very short field.
I was going to say that, but it really hasn't mattered too much.
Yeah.
Again, that punt showed how good of an offense they've got.
That was Farley's first punt into the wind, and probably the highest punt he's had all night. Just kind of hung up there. Then when it took the bounce, didn't take a Bulldog bounce at all.
Back in the gun here for the Bobcats. Fires it over, screen out of the slot, taking it around to the left-hand side, gets brought down from behind. And going to pick up about 5 on that one. Bring up 2nd and 5 for the Bobcats.
by Jennings that time on the reception. Again, a gain of 5.
And the gun once again takes the snap. We got whistles and flags flying everywhere. As Independence
Josh Frawley was convinced he had that snap count. He did not. Nope. He was a tad early. And by tad early, I mean 2 yards in the backfield.
White Hat trying to get the call here. And it is going to be offsides Independence, so 5 yards added. Going to push the Bobcats close to the first down marker, but looks like they're just going to be shy of it. So 2nd and inches. Taking the gun for Muffet. He'll drop back to pass, looking going to scramble right up the middle with it for the first down, and then gets brought down after a gain of a couple.
We're going to get about 3. Good job by Muffet. Both of the outside linebackers for Independence were blitzing. If he saw it, stepped up into that pocket. The interior of his offensive line doing a great job holding their jobs down and able to get that 3 yards to get the first down.
Brings up a fresh set of downs. Muffet dropping back to pass. Again, pressure. Steps up in the middle of the pocket. Going to scramble for a big gain. Picks up another first using his feet there.
And Independence, second play in a row, gets good pressure on the outside. So Muffet, again, for the second play in a row, just stepping right up into that pocket. That's wide open.
Yeah, able to recognize the blitzing and the pressure from the outside.
Got to give Muffet credit for recognizing that outside blitz.
Absolutely. Brings up another first down. Snap, a little wide left. Muffet going to have to go down on it out near the 35-yard line after the big loss, as he could not corral that one in to bring up 2nd and long.
He lost 10, 11. And Independence defense could play tight here. That would be huge, as now Baser Linwood looking at a 2nd and 21.
Bobcats back to the line in the shotgun. Going to take the snap, dropping back to pass, rolling to his right-hand side, firing it, got a man open, complete, and then running out of bounds down the sideline. Jackson Jennings on the reception.
That one goes for 9.
They got a much more manageable 3rd down.
Muffet now with 94 yards through the air.
Under 9 to go in the 2nd quarter. Bobcats up 29-0. Back in the gun. Gun set, dropping back, little screen over the middle with it. Forward out to the left-hand side, gets a good block into the end zone, touchdown. And just like that, 35-0. Might be an illegal man down the field.
They had some blockers down there with them before the ball was even out of the quarterback's hand.
And it will be an eligible man down the field against the Bobcats.
Messed up my stats for the night.
Yeah, what we get for using pen, I guess.
I always use pen, even on crosswords. I use Sharpie, actually.
Guess you don't finish a lot of those.
I haven't done one in like 12 years.
So that will march the Bobcats back considerably.
Last time I did one, I got the first work wrong and threw it away. Well, shouldn't use a Sharpie.
3rd and 17 now. And the Independence defense going to get another opportunity here with the Bobcats in 3rd and long. In the gun, must have dropped it back to pass, looking, throws it out on the swing route to his running back, can't haul that one in, falls incomplete, brings up 4th and long.
And Charter was waiting for that one, even if Jennings did catch it. Oh, man.
So nobody's excited.
Wow.
Field goal unit coming out.
Going to be a 47-yard attempt. I love it. After they just muffed the extra play.
Hey, they've been this early on for sure. So 47-yard field goal attempt pending here for Parker Rusk.
Got the wind in his back.
Good snap. Going to be short with the kick, as it'll hit in the end zone. No good. So still 29-0 after the missed field goal attempt. Independence will take over.
Independence will take the ball over at the 20-yard line because Acacia doesn't know how football works. Yep, I just went there. I feel like Acacia's like getting ready to get me on Twitter.
Is it strictly Acacia rules or the national high school rules?
I don't know.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Acacia
Either way, yeah, that's true. That is very true. So 8:29 left in the second quarter. Independence takes over at their own 20-yard line. Trip wide out to the far side, shotgun set, and Independence gonna have to take a timeout. We'll take 30 seconds with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
29-0 the score here in this one. 8:29 left in the second quarter. Bulldogs with the football. They're having to take the timeout. Got the ball at their own 20-yard line. Indy breaks huddle. Trip wide out to the far side. Shotgun set for Crawley. One running back in the backfield with them. Takes the snap, pitches it out to the back left-hand side. That was McGrath, and he gets slung down to the turf after losing a yard on that carry.
Yeah, and that play just took a little too long to develop. It was a pitch from Crawley to McGrath, but he had to get it perfectly in his hands and kind of spiraled it out to McGrath.
That's the one we saw in the Parsons game where the defender for Parsons was in the backfield so quickly he about took it away on the pitch late in that game.
That one, that running back's got to take off. It's got to be a hard step and pitch. You seem to remember the Titans. You know what I'm talking about.
Back in the gun.
Red to make that pitch.
Trip wide out. That's very true. Ball loose after the rough snap and going to be recovered by Baser Linwood as the Bobcats going to get the ball in the Independence red zone. 7:42 left in the second quarter. Bobcats already up 29-0.
Independence coming off their first stop of the game on the defensive side and gives it right back 2 plays later inside the 15-yard line. Not what you want if you're the Independence Bulldogs right now.
It's going to be marked at the 11. So still an opportunity to get a first down. 1st and 10. Bobcats get things settled. Trip wide out to the far side in the gun. Going to hand it off. Up the middle with it, goes forward, throwing defenders to the ground as he works his way inside the 5-yard line before getting brought down.
Changes number 31 to 27. He looks like Kareem Hunt.
Fighting his way through defenders. A lot of yards after contact on carries going forward here tonight.
Nolan
up 2nd and 2.
Nolan Ford now with 82 yards on the ground on 4 carries.
Back in the gun, 3 wide out to the far side, 1 to the near side. Running back in motion. They're going to throw the swing route, and Ford hauls it in and it gets slung down quickly, but able to fight his way back near the line of scrimmage.
I believe that was a run.
Yeah, I guess it'd probably go down as technically backwards pass. It's true.
Unable to get the first down, though.
So 3rd and inches for the Bobcat. How's it going to go under center? Back in motion, hands it to the up back. Flag comes flying in. Up back gets into the end zone. We'll have to see what the penalty marker is. Could be a legal procedure against the Bobcats.
Yeah, both wingbacks motioned at the same time. The one on the near side Was not supposed to. I would have thought that would have been a dead ball, false start. Give him the illegal procedure, which in the end is the same result.
It will march him back 5 yards. Brings up 3rd and 6. Back in the gun. Must take the snap, drop it back under some pressure, fires it over the middle, complete, throws a laser bolt to Nolan Ford for a 6-yard touchdown pass, and that's going to put Bobcats up 35-0 into the extra point. 5:57 left in the second quarter.
Mustard doing a good job avoiding the rush, stepped up. Bulldogs had a good rush coming. Able to step up, finds a wide open Nolan Ford, middle of the end zone.
PAT pending. Snaps away, kick is up, and it will be good. 36-0. Baser Linwood with the lead. 5:57 left in the second quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
We're pet people. You're pet people. And this fall, Equity Bank is proud to be the official bank of pets. In August and September, for every new household that opens a new checking account, we'll donate $25 to a local animal cause. Plus, when you say hello to Equity Bank, you say goodbye to ATM fees. Equity Bank, the official bank of pets. Member FDIC, terms and conditions apply.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
State Farm Agent Kirk Wright, 1701 West Main in Independence, or call 620-331-1245.
Kickoff is away. It'll sail into the end zone for the touchback. Independence will take over. Trying to find some consistency on the offensive end. That's been very hard to come by for the Bulldogs here against a very stout Bobcat deep.
Try again. My mic up. There we go. Sounds a little bit better. Yeah, the Bobcat defense has been extremely tough. Independence now coming off of the turnover. And got to see if they can get that offense going.
1st and 10 from the 20 for the Independence offense. Crawley, the quarterback keeper as he goes up the middle and gets slung down quickly.
And Crawley faked to both backs and tried to go over the top. And Crawley slow getting up.
Going to lose 2 on that one. I'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Yep. They'll have to come out for at least a play as they did stop play.
Crawley going to have to step out at least for a moment to get checked out. 2nd and 12 for Independence.
Who is that in at quarterback now?
Now.
Brace Collar.
Yep, I think you're right. Collar back there. Low snap. Collar going to have to pick it up off the ground as he gets slung down in the backfield. And another big loss there as Collar had nowhere to go.
Outside linebacker Marlon McDaniel, Viato, getting them down.
I'll bring up 3rd and a mile for the Independence offense. With 5:08 left in the second quarter. Bobcats up 36-0. Back in the gun, trip wide out to the far side. Flag comes flying out. I guess they're going to call offside on Baser Linwood. Didn't see it, to be honest, but
Might have been somebody lined up in that neutral.
I guess. It's going to give Independence a free 5 yards, I guess. See what the Bulldogs could do with it. High snap over the head of caller. Can't locate it. Bobcats pounce on it. And going to be Bobcat football inside the 10-yard line again.
Last time, Baser Linwood getting it at about the 12, 13-yard line. This time, they're going to have it right at about the 8.5. I guess they're going to put it at the 9-yard line. Looks like the near official was up the field a little more, but
first and goal. It is marked at the 9. As Brett said, first and goal for the Bobcats. Shotgun set. Back in motion, hands it off to him, working the left-hand side. Colson works his way into the end zone. Touchdown is Independence. Just not able to get there is Jennings, rather. Able to find his way into the end zone from 9 yards out. To make it 42-0 in favor of the Bobcats. 4:32 left in the second quarter. PAT pending. Rush to kick this one, takes the snap, holds good, kick is up, it's good as well. 43-0, Bobcats with the lead, 4:32 left in the second quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldogs football right here on Indy 102.9.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The emergency department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Lee's Cooling and Heating in Independence. Call 620-331-2310. 118 South A Street, Independence. You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Kick is away into the end zone, back for a touchback, and it's take over at their own 20-yard line once again. We're having a rough go of it on snap on the last drive.
Last two drives back.
Good point, actually.
We get a second game. Score update. Got some good ones coming in.
In the shotgun, snap dropped and losing it momentarily. And probably back there, could quite tell. Yeah, probably back in there. As he was not able to secure that one, dropping the football, and it'll be another loss of the play for Independence. Brings up second and 13. Play it scores, sorry. But play it scores.
Oh, I did. My apologies. I was actually in the process of tweeting out scores as well myself. My apologies.
Trip wide out to the far side. Low snap through the legs of Frawley. Picks it up inside the 5. Gets slung down and throws it at the last second. Going to go incomplete, it looks like, as Independence.
Lucky there.
Yeah. The Independence reverting back to some poor habits. They can't even get the snap off right now. Brings up third and 12. Shotgun set, going to take the snap, bobbled around. McGrath able to pull it down somehow, but gets swallowed up in the backfield for a loss. And it's going to bring up 4th and long.
An obvious punting situation here is you do not want to give Baserman with the ball in this situation.
So it will send Farley back out there to punt. He's been a busy man here tonight on special teams. Low snap, holds it in, low kick, takes a bounce, got across the 40, and he's going to be down at about the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs. Great field position for the Bobcats with 2:57 left in the second quarter. Baser Linwood up 43-0.
I'm anxious to see yours. I'm not giving scores right now. We're close enough to halftime. I'm going to wait till I get a few more.
That's probably a good point, actually.
I was going to say, I'll see if Baser Linwood will try to use this 2:57 or...
Plenty of time, definitely, yeah. Great field position for him. In the gun, 4 wide receivers set. Takes the snap, hands it off, working his way off the left-hand side. Marlon McDaniel on the run. He'll pick up a couple. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Shotgun set once again. Going to throw the screen here to the near side. Incomplete. Off the hands of the intended target, Joe Phillips.
Phillips had that one go right through his hands and put on the drop. But with that, busted. Only 7 of 14 passing, 50% completion percentage.
That's like a new quarterback in there. Trying to see the number 9, actually. Chase Torkelson was brought in to play quarterback. Torkelson in there. He'll take the snap, hands it off right up the middle with it. Goes McDaniel. McDaniel fighting his way up to the first down marker. And he will be just shy of the first down marker.
So we'll tell you what, the last 2 extra points that have been kicked by Rusk would have been good for 47 yards out. He just got a bad hit on that long field goal attempt.
Yeah, definitely so. 4th and 1, and in that situation where you go for it, Bobcats will. 1:50 left in the second quarter. Torkelson under center. Back in motion. Hands it off to the up back. Right up the middle with it goes McDaniels. He'll get enough for the first down as McDaniel moves the chain.
Now, Baser Linwood didn't look in sync on that play. Looked like a couple guys weren't sure what they were supposed to be doing, but only needed about 6 inches to get the first down. Ended up getting about 2 yards.
It brings up 1st and 10. Under 1:30 left to go before halftime. Torkelson takes the snap, rolls to his right, fires it. It's complete. Good pass there. The intended target. Jennings pulls that one in. Going to push him close to a first down. Like it's going to be 2nd and inches. Here in the pistol. Motion man, quarterback keeper, works his way to the right-hand side, gets tripped up and brought down, but got enough for the first down with 43 seconds left here in the second quarter. Baser Linwood hurrying things along here. Clock ticking away. Back at the gun. Torkelson drops back to pass. He's got time. Now rolls to his left-hand side and gets brought down. The pressure got there. A sack in for a loss. And Independence is able to get around the edge there on that one. on there. No 55. They must have had to have a number change on the way here. Ball's out. Ball stripped loose here on second down, and be picked up by Independence, but that's going to actually bring us to the end of the second quarter here at halftime. It's going to the locker room. It'll be 43-0 Bobcats with the lead. And we're going to go ahead and send it back to the studio for 3 minutes. And when we come back, we will have our Newkirk Dennis and Buckles halftime show. You're listening to Bulldogs football right here on Indy 102.9.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The emergency department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Lee's Cooling and Heating in Independence. Call 620-331-2310. 118 South 8th Street, Independence.
We are all faced with tough decisions when choosing a home away from home for our loved ones. Medical Lodges and Grand Villas of Independence offer a wide variety of services ranging from an assisted living community to skilled nursing or long-term care.
Whether you're seeking a place to make new friends or recover and go home, Medical Lodges and Grand Villas Independence.
Call me, Megan, at Medical Lodges, 331-8789.
Or call me, Amber, at Grand Villas, 331-2260. We serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
What makes a good pharmacy? At the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, it's a genuine interest in you and your personal health care needs. They help with all your health questions and concerns and offer health screenings that help monitor your health, sponsor health events that keep you informed of the most important advancements. And of course, a good pharmacy also provides a full range of the products you need for good health, from the national brands to trusted Medicine Shop brands. So what makes a good pharmacy? It's the Medicine Shop Promise. Pride in knowing medicine and also you in order to meet your individual health needs accurately and completely. 400 North Penn in Independence.
Yep, you're gonna look good in this house. Are we ready to make an offer?
Well, we really love this house.
Yes, we really love this house, but 120,000 is as high as we can go on this house.
You're kidding me, right? I see what kind of car you're driving. You got lots of money. You can do better than that. Sheesh!
Tired of being hounded? Then visit us at Midwest Real Estate. Your home, our commitment. Online at MidwestKS.com.
The name Newkirk Dennis and Buckles is synonymous with hometown insurance. Always having your best interests at heart with the ability to design the product to fit your specific needs. Having the right insurance for your family, home, or business is important. Depend on Newkirk Dennis and Buckles. They have been actively serving the community for over 100 years as insurance experts. When you think insurance, think Newkirk Dennis and Buckles with locations in Independence, Neodesha, Coffeyville, Fredonia, and Caney.
Back here, Basin Wentworth, 43 seconds here at halftime. Bobcats with the lead here in this one. It's been a tough go, Brett, for Independence in this game. Kind of really as we expected with the way this Basin Wentworth team plays. As you mentioned a couple times, they still haven't given up a single point here this season in this one. And Independence was not really had much of an opportunity to sniff the end zone, but they had a chance or two, albeit defensively, to try to score, but so far not been successful. It's been a tough go at it for Independence. 0 for 3 passing. Really no time passing game going. Running game, Marion Farley had 3 carries for 6 yards on the first drive of the game. Since then, I don't think Independence has a positive play. Independence, they're not doing anything wrong.
It's a hard trip to make up there. Not very many independent fans made it. Those that did, you're awesome. Those that didn't are at home listening. Hard to understand. Basically, the team is big. Their line across the board is twice as big as Independence. And we knew going into this it was going to be a very difficult game for Independence. As talented as this Baker team is. I mean, heck, we saw that last year when these two teams squared off against one another. Independence lost that game 46-6, and that team last year had, I would argue, the best defense that I've seen Independence have since I've been doing radio for 12 years, whatever it's been now. So we knew going into this it was going to be a team that had a lot of talent on the offensive side, on the defensive side, special teams as well, and they certainly have coming up to this point. But as you mentioned, it's really not a situation where it's Independence that's been doing anything wrong per se. It's just sometimes you run into these buzzsaw teams where no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you don't end up not finding too much success out there on the field, and that's pretty much how that first half went. Yeah, it's just Baser Linwood on the offensive end, and part of it, yeah, this Baser Linwood team is really good. When you give them the ball inside the 10 and inside the 15 on back-to-back possessions, Baser Linwood ran 3 plays and scored 14 points. I mean, that's tough to take those away, and it's still 29-0. It's a lot more respectable at this point, but I mean, it's just kind of those kids are big, and we've seen 3 or 4 bad snaps, and you know the center out there, the only thing going through his mind right now is I got to get this ball back there as quick as I can and get my head up before this defensive tackle is right by me. And you're putting too much focus on that, on blocking, and then you get bad snaps. Then you get the good snap down, and you've got 4 down defensive linemen coming at you. You got 3 linebackers coming at you. Because this is an independent team. Last week they established that this is a running team. You have what is believed a school record, 577 yards on the ground rushing. Yeah, teams are going to stack the box on you. They're going to look for you to run all night long.
Yeah, Independence had difficulty winning the battle at the line of scrimmage, as we talked about. And it's just one of those situations where you're going to run into that from time to time. And that's one of those cases here tonight, especially on the road, long trip. Just not a lot of things working in your favor if you're this independent team.
Keep in mind, the Baser Linwood team was the second best team in the state last year.
Absolutely.
The 4A level. No, they didn't get to the championship game, but they were the second best team in the state. Bishop Miege was beating whoever they played last year. It didn't matter. And Baser Linwood just rolled through everybody. One of their closest games last year was the Independence game, 46-6.
Yep.
This year, Baser Linwood, their first 3 games, exact same thing as they did last year. This is a really good football team. I can't stress that enough.
Absolutely. They've certainly put that up here tonight so far through the first half. Potentially with scores going into this one, of course, some pretty important games going on around the area and in the SDK as well.
Yeah. In SDK, Chanute is playing a non-league game, and actually we followed them about halfway here. That's true. They stopped about halfway in Ottawa. They're on the road tonight. They lost a tough one to Ottawa last year. Keep in mind, the Chanute team, much improved from last year. They trail Ottawa at halftime, 7-6. A good defensive battle there. Let's see Chanute come out on top of that one. Be a good look for the SDK League in general. Cherryvale and Fredonia battling in Cherryvale, and Fredonia kind of taking a pounding right now, 34-6. One of the tougher scores around the area. SDK League score is kind of a CNC. Yeah, CNC, which is kind of a unique score, I guess. Unique teams, like the teams in the area. Frontenac and Riverton going at it. Frontenac with a 54-6 lead. They're still in the second quarter of that one.
Riverton, an opponent that Coffeyville Gulf Tornado played last week. They blew Riverton out of the water. Not a pretty one.
A game that I thought was interesting, because Humboldt has looked very good this year. A Caney Valley team that knocked off the Bulldogs week 1. I kind of thought, well, that's the game that will help me see if Caney Valley a legit threat for 3A this year, because Humboldt, a very good team, could give Caney troubles to win that league this year. And Caney with a 14-0 lead. Caney shut the Humboldt offense down right now. Columbus, who is projected by a lot of people to go undefeated this year, ranked very high in 4A Division II, struggling a little bit with a Colgan team that's down 16-8 late in the second quarter. Galena, I don't know who they're playing. Can't give us a score. Girard, there it is. There. And I saw the score there. Galena 34-0 over Girard at halftime. Galena a tough one too.
Definitely.
I want to see Galena and Columbus go at it.
Yeah, now the CNC, definitely the cream of the crop. It's down to that.
Frontenac, Columbus, Galena. 3 schools that should be all really good this year. And a Colgan team, again, down this year. But when you say Colgan, people know in this area.
Yeah.
Colgan is a very good football team.
Absolutely. We're going to take a 4-minute timeout as we have an extended timeout. Extended halftime, excuse me. Homecoming festivities. When we come back, we will have more of our Newkirk Dennis Buckles halftime show. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
The name Newkirk Dennis Buckles is synonymous with hometown insurance. Always having your best interests at heart with the ability to design the product to fit your specific needs. Having the right insurance for your family, home, or business is important. Depend on Newkirk Dennis Buckles. They have been actively serving the community for over 100 years as insurance experts. When you think insurance, think Newkirk Dennis Buckles, with locations in Independence, Neodesha, Coffeyville, Fredonia, and Caney.
Quality Toyota and Quality Motors are proud supporters of IHS Athletics. We would like to encourage fans and players to keep up the great example of sportsmanship that is an Independence tradition. Quality Automotive Group also has a rich tradition of helping local folks get the best deal on a new or used car or truck. For example, I have a great school or commuter car, a 2011 Camry with only 56,000 miles. Stop by either side of the street and tell them you're here for the IHS Supporter Special and get a $1,000 discount. Go Bulldogs!
No matter which team you're rooting for, we've got you covered. Community National Bank and Trust offers your favorite school mascot on our debit cards. And what's even better, for every card issued, we'll donate $3 directly to your school. It's just another way Community National Bank and Trust supports our community. Come get your mascot card at any of our 29 locations today. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The emergency department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Lee's Cooling and Heating in Independence. Call 620-331-2310. 118 South 8th Street, Independence.
Yep, you're gonna look good in this house. Are we ready to make an offer?
Well, we really love this house.
Yes, we really love this house, but $120,000 is as high as we can go on this house.
You're kidding me, right? I see what kind of car you're driving. You got lots of money. You can do better than that. Sheesh.
Tired of being hounded? Then visit us at Midwest Real Estate. Your home, our commitment. Online at MidwestKS.com.
Should you fix up the old clunker or buy a new car? That's the question. Now, here's the answer. The Car Shop at Independence can help you keep your car around for a long time. Most cars can safely reach 200,000 miles. The important thing is never skip on maintenance. Regular oil changes, tire rotations, and transmission tune-ups, even when it seems to be running fine. The Car Shop, 3201 West Main, Independence, 331-3553.
Here at halftime, score 43-0. Baser Linwood with the lead over the Independence Bulldogs here at the half. I'm Kane Carpenter along with me, Brett Shields. This is our Newkirk, Dennis, and Buckles halftime show. And tough one so far for the Bulldogs, as we mentioned earlier in this broadcast, is a very talented, of course, Bobcat team here tonight, and they've shown it out there. And definitely been a team that's done it both on the ground and through the air, which is something, being out of the SEK, we don't typically see a whole lot of.
No,
throwing the ball around.
It's a very balanced offense.
Yeah, balance definitely the key word.
I don't want to say pro style, because it's really not.
Kind of a spread. They run a lot of shotgun.
They run a lot of spread, and they run a little bit of flex zone as well in there.
And that, especially, like I said, that single wing, it makes things tough. Independence has done everything they could to try to keep things at bay. And seen flashes of some good plays from this Independence defense and offense, for that matter. It's been tough to string together a number of against this Baser Linwood team here in this one. But Bulldogs with that opportunity here in the second half, like you and I have talked about a little bit earlier in this season, got to come out and treat things as if it's just the first half of a ball game and win a half.
You got to look up at the scoreboard and see 0-0.
Yep, win a half, like you say, is kind of hate to push forward on moral victories, but just go out there and compete in the second half of this ball game against this Baser Linwood team. Is that's really what it's going to boil down to if you're Independent coming forward in this one. Again, just a tough road game. Next week, you just want to mention quickly, we'll have a rare home game, I guess, is the host in Anderson County. Bulldogs that'll be their homecoming next Friday for that one. But you and I talked about pretty much had to be, couldn't be the first game of the year, couldn't be senior night. So had to be that other home game we had this season. So traveling. But unfortunate for Independence just getting those 3 home games this year. The sort of a combination of the way the schedule fell, and of course last season we were supposed to go to Labette, which would have given us another home game against Labette County this year, but Labette's field was flooded. They had to switch things around, so instead we played that game in Independence last year, and the game will be played in Labette County this year. So still gave us that 6th road game. Still right. Yeah, that's true. It's Independence. You think that should be incumbent on the home team. The playing field is
Independence was penalized.
In a way, I mean, we did get an extra home game. It's not as if we played road, dual road games year to year, but they did kind of make it difficult, to say the least, coming this season with the 6 road games for Independence, kind of falling into that, which, interestingly enough, kind of the complete opposite, actually the complete opposite of what Coffeyville's had to do this year. They get 6 home games. Must be nice. With one of their 3 road games being at Independence. Very quick road game, to say the least. So, and they're true road games. As if you knew, I believe in Labette. Or, excuse me, I believe they were over in Riverton. Yeah, in Riverton. That's their farthest game. Yeah. Which isn't that far, really. Then again, last year they had to go out to Great Bend. Oh, yeah, they had to go to Great Bend. They had 6 road games. Not by virtue of the way the schedule flipped. So, yeah, they definitely had to pay the price, so to speak, last year for that one. And it's kind of funny, again, not really funny, it's sort of depressing for Independence. What is it? 2 of our 3 home games were Caney and Coffeyville, the 2 closest teams we could probably, well, not possibly play, but will play this year, and those end up being home games.
Only thing you do is try to figure out a way to add Cherryville and Neoda Shea to the schedule.
Doesn't get much closer than those two, so Independence just kind of bad luck with the way things fell for them a little bit on this, but they're fighting their way through this one here tonight, Brett. Can't really stress that point enough, is seeing those players out there giving everything they can out there on the field, and it's certainly been difficult for them going up against this Baser Linwood team, but Independence shown a lot of grit in this because they faced quite a bit of adversity through that first half. We saw some positive things from this Independence team on that first offensive possession, got that first run, picking up some yards. Offensive line did a good job of opening up a hole, but to credit that Baser defense, they've been swarming when getting to the ball carrier here tonight.
Yeah, Nolan Ford, who is the running back on offense, but on defense, he was coming off that edge as a defensive end and outside linebacker. And any time it seemed like Josh Foley would have a second in the backfield, Ford was flying in there. And Foley did a good job stepping up to avoid the big hit, but when he would do that, stepped up just right after the defensive line and had nowhere to go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A lot of speed, a lot of size. Makes things difficult anytime you go up against a team like that. And certainly what Independence is tasked with handling here tonight. They're going to have another half to try to do that here this evening, as we're getting closer now to starting the third quarter. Probably going to add a few more minutes up on the clock, of course, to allow the teams to warm up, as it is homecoming tonight for Baser Linwood, with the Bobcats already leading this game 43-0 over Independence. And Baser Linwood definitely had their opportunities. They've capitalized off of those opportunities, and Independence had a chance or two here tonight, kind of going back to Prawley. He had that interception that he did a good job of returning there, just got hit from behind and spun around and ended up fumbling the ball away, unfortunately. Kind of bad luck play.
The ball in his right arm when he got spun around, and kind of had it hanging out there. And I guess the defender at the time, the offensive player
on the return,
saw it there and just ripped it right out of his hands. Tough break for Foley, but a good job to read the interception. Made a good play on defense.
Well, going into the second half, the Independence going to have to take care of some of the fundamental things that we saw get away from them towards the end of the second quarter. At least I thought, Brett. Going to have to be better with the snap. Going to have to get the timing of their offensive plays back. We saw some mistimed handoffs and just not getting in sync with the running backs a little bit. Again, in a lot of ways, this may sound like minor things, but things you have to execute if you want to be successful. Things we've seen the last couple games from Independence, but sort of reverting back against that late in the second quarter. It really can't have a continuation of that in the second half.
Yep, Independence going to have to come out here in the second half. As you said, fundamental, that's where it all starts. But offensive line, defensive line, just have to dig down in deep, block with your legs. Well, that sounds crazy, but all your strength.
Got to get leverage.
Comes from down below. Just going to have to find some holes and get those running backs going. This is a running team. See if they can get some points on the board against this Baser Linwood defense.
We're going to wrap up our Newkirk, Dennis, and Buckles halftime show. Send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. And when we come back, we should be very close to the start of the third quarter. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
The name Newkirk, Dennis & Buckles is synonymous with hometown insurance. Always having your best interests at heart with the ability to design the product to fit your specific needs. Having the right insurance for your family, home, or business is important. Depend on Newkirk, Dennis & Buckles. They have been actively serving the community for over 100 years as insurance experts. When you think insurance, think Newkirk, Dennis & Buckles, with locations in Independence, Neoda Shea, Coffeyville, Fredonia, and Caney.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Getting close to starting the third quarter here. Baser Linwood with a 43-0 lead over the Independence Bulldogs. Independence had some difficulty coming out of the gate here in this one. Finding some positive plays, but overall just not really able to get anything going their way. But Independence will receive the second half kickoff and give it an opportunity.
Baserland would defer to
Oh, yeah, you're right. So Independence will hit defense first. Right about that. I'm starting to doubt you now, actually.
Okay, we'll see.
Did Baser start with the ball?
Nope.
Huh. I think you're wrong, actually. Baser did start with it.
Oh, yeah. So, thinking back, they have that good kickoff return.
Yeah, to start the game. Well, a rare right thing for me, I guess.
Yeah, we used to it.
Usually I'm more than incorrect on those. So Independence will receive, going right to left. Bobcats going from left to right. As we're set to kick this one back off to start the third quarter. Bobcats up 43-0. Kick is away. It'll be fielded by McGrath inside the 5-yard line. He'll work his way up the right-hand side, gets stuck quickly around the 20. And he'll go down there. Independence will take over just inside the 20-yard line, maybe after 20 if they're feeling generous.
Yeah, essentially just a touchback, but McGrath didn't want to chance it. Thought, let me see if I can make something happen. Same result.
Bulldogs break huddle. Shotgun set. Frawley fakes the handoff, rolls to his right-hand side, throws it. Farley with the reception out across the 30. It'll be enough to move the chains for Independence. Brings up 1st and 10. That first down brought to you by Quality Wrecker Service. For 24-hour roadside service, call 620-331-2454.
Good job as they did the play action to Farley, and he just kind of went through the offensive line, faded right behind him, and rolled out to get the reception from Josh Frawley.
Shotgun set, a little movement along the defensive line. I have to see if the offensive line first, however. As going to be a false start against Independence, as the defense was induced there on that one.
And hasn't been really a huge deal tonight. But Independence can't afford at all to have negative plays like that from penalties.
Brings up 1st and 15. Handoff going to go to Farley. Right up the gut with it, out across the 45, and down near the 50, before getting brought down from behind. It'll bring up first down for Independence at the Baser Linwood 49-yard line.
They gain a 22 by Farley. Farley now at 28 yards on the ground.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Back in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers set for Independence. Handoff going to go to McGrath. He'll run into a wall of defenders along the line of scrimmage. No gain on that carry. 11:08 and counting here in the third quarter. Bobcats up 43-0. 2nd and 10 here for the Bulldog offense.
Play clock down to 10.
He breaks huddle. Back in the gun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Rolls. Fires it off the hands of McGrath. Incomplete. And, the pass. A little hard. Yeah, a little too hard there. That's
luckily that one fell incomplete.
A relatively short pass, but he fired that one in there.
Right off the hands of McGrath, and it fell into a little triangle of Bobcats. Fortunately, thank you. Fortunately for Independence, none of those Bobcats able to pounce on the ball.
3rd and 10 here for Independence. Frawley back in the gun. Looks, fires incomplete, high over the intended target's head. There on that one as Charter just not able to pull that one in.
Charter was 6'5". That ball only would have been about 2 feet over his head.
So Independence 4th and 10 at the Bobcat 49-yard line. Or excuse me, the Bobcat 49-yard line. Independence going to bring out the punt unit.
I'm not buying it.
Me either.
I don't know.
In the gun, they do fake it. Crawley with it, looks, fires it, incomplete, behind the intended target a little bit. It'll be a turnover on downs after the fake punt does not work for the Bulldogs.
It was there. Pass just a tad high, just off the fingertip. Who was that? Okay, 34. Austin Birdie, just off the fingertip.
A little behind him. He had to twist his body to try to adjust. Catchable, but definitely a tough catch. So the ball going back into the hands of the Bobcats. Baser Linwood will break huddle. Shotgun set. To get some additional personnel in, then snap away, going to hand it off, motion man, right-hand side, gets hit in the backfield, swallowed up for a loss of 4.
That was a new running back. Is that Junior or J.R. Tatum?
Tatum. I'll say Tatum. They'll bring up 2nd and 14 for the Bobcats. Back in the gun, going to hand it off again, now working left-hand side, avoiding defenders. Going to gain maybe a couple there on that one.
34.
Still Perez, the carrier on that one.
Baser Linwood putting in some fresh backs here in the second half.
We'll bring up a 3rd and long. Back in the gun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, fires it, seam route, won't go, a little high off the fingertips of the intended target, Tatum, as he couldn't reel that one in.
That Musset back in there, quarterback, after Torkelson had finished the second half.
Is he? Wasn't he? Oh, I see. Torkelson right there. Is that him on the left-hand side?
Yeah.
Kind of hard to see from our angle. Maybe he may have been right there, though.
I'm not having a good go at it right now.
The numbers fold up sometimes. It is kind of hard to make it out. Going to bring up 4th and 12 in a punting situation for the Bobcats.
I don't see much anywhere on the field, actually. Or on the sideline.
So Bobcats set to punt. Snap is away, a little high. It's fielded cleanly, though. Punt is away, good punt. End over end, going to take a Bobcat bounce, and beautiful punt as it's down at the 1-yard line.
As if things needed to get tougher right now.
That's Ford that kicked that. As doing all here tonight for the Bobcats.
What a punt.
Yep, pinning Independence deep with the Bobcats already up 43-0 with 9:05 left in the third quarter.
It wasn't exactly a pretty punt.
I don't know.
Like end over end,
just not a lot of hang time, but took that bounce and then curled a little bit at the end to give the coverage team time to get down there and down it. Independence from their own 1. Shotgun set. Crawley dropped it back to pass, fires it as he gets hit. It will fall almost into the hands of the intended target, but knocked away at the last second as Daniels couldn't reel that one in.
Now Daniels tried to come back for it.
Good adjustment. Can't quite see the defender, but Joe Phillips got a hand in there, and he's the one that knocked it away.
And I would say Daniels had stopped to come back to the ball. Phillips just, as Kane said, stomping with him and got a hand in there just the last second.
So 2nd and 10 at the Bulldog 1. Bulldogs probably under pressure in the end zone, has to try to get out of it. Don't know if he did. He did. They're going to say the ball did. His body did not, so it'll be back at the 1. Third, 10.5. Can't go back much further back.
Whew. I'm not sure how he lost a half a yard and stayed out of the end zone. That was impressive.
Somehow managed. The defendants still in the shadow of their own goalpost.
They've gone shotgun both plays. Both plays were intended to be passing plays. If they do it again.
Raleigh drops back under pressure, fires it, and 2 feet before the intended target as Charter was the man he was looking for, but probably really didn't have enough time to do much else with it.
Independence running 3 deep passes, and I get it.
Trying to see what works. I mean,
but you're putting your punting team in a really tough situation now. Not only that, we've had a few issues snapping the ball.
Well, we'll put Farley out there to punt once again.
Your snap now is shorter than normal. A high snap at all and out of the back of the end zone.
Good snap, although it will be blocked and going to be picked up at the 1, and we'll have to see where they signal it down at the 1-yard line. So Bays are going to get it. With that nose of that football almost touching the goal line there.
I can't believe that was not ruled a touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like it was. Oh, but we're at a tough angle. Kind of thought they were
his shoulder pad. Now, the end zones are yellow here.
Yeah.
His shoulder pad was in the green, but barely, and the ball was on the front side of his body. Clearly, the official that was 5 feet from the play has a better angle than me, who's 150 feet away at least. But it sure looked like that ball was in.
Back in the gun for the Bobcats. Man in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to the running back, up the gut with it, and still awaiting a signal. But the official not going to get it. So, man, just going to be shy.
Good job by the Independence defense, holding it down on the defensive line on that play.
Bring up second and goal from the half-yard line. Back in the gun. Man in motion again. Going to hand it off, this time up the gut. No resistance there. As Jacobson able to plow his way into the end zone for 6 more. It'll bring up a 49-0 score right now in favor of the Bobcats with 7:11 left in the third quarter.
I give Bulldogs defense credit. They held him on first down, but a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, really not much you can do. First and goal from the 1. PAT pending here. Snap is away. Kick is up. This is away and good. 50-0. Independence finds themselves down. We got a running clock here in the third quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
We're pet people, your pet people. And this fall, Equity Bank is proud to be the official bank of pets. In August and September, for every new household that opens a new checking account, we'll donate $25 to a local animal cause. Plus, when you say hello to Equity Bank, you say goodbye to ATM fees. Equity Bank, the official bank of pets. Member FDIC, terms and conditions apply.
Who doesn't love being number 1? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
State Farm Agent Kirk Wright, 1701 West Main in Independence, or call 620-331-1245.
Kickoff is away. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Bulldogs will take over at the 20-yard line. Score is 50-0. Baser Linwood with the lead and at a running clock here in the third quarter. 5:15 left and counting in the third, to be exact.
Kane, we got to give credit here. Parker Russ. He missed the 47-yard attempt. Extra point, the ball looked good. The kickoff, touchbacks he's got tonight.
Definitely kept tough field position for the Bulldogs. Crawley with it, fakes the handoff, rolls out the right-hand side, throws it deep. Good coverage there, and a flag comes flying in as it falls incomplete. Let's see what the flag is going to be there. It might be multiple flags. Looks like there's one closer to the line of scrimmage.
And one maybe in the backfield.
Yeah. The officials are going to discuss this. Going to wave the flag off and then get an illegal procedure against Independence. One of them got waved off anyway.
The flag down the field that looked like a clear defensive pass interference.
I mean, I don't know that I necessarily would have called it, but
did it fall out of his pocket? What do they call that when it falls out of your pocket?
Gravity?
Spieto. It's called gravity. It's called spieto. Well, now, did they not just call a penalty on Independence?
Yeah, they did. They
signaled
a legal procedure against Independence, but for some reason, it must have been a signal on his part. You know, yes, they're going to give Independence first and 10 at the 35, and then they're going to blow the whistle, and the timeout gets called with 3:31 left in the third quarter. We'll take 60 seconds to listen to Bulldogs football right here on Indy 102.9.
Brian Klein again with Quality Toyota and Quality Motors. We hope you're enjoying the game. You know, I've been here for 8 years now, and I have never had this many pre-owned Tacomas. You know the legendary dependability and reliability of the Tacoma? And now is your chance to save thousands off new prices. All of these are local trades. You can call or stop by either side of the street, and we'll show you why your neighbor trades with Quality Automotive Group. Hey, go Bulldogs, get that win.
The name Newkirk Denison Buckles is synonymous with hometown insurance. Always having your best interests at heart with the ability to design the product to fit your specific needs. Having the right insurance for your family, home, or business is important. Depend on Newkirk Denison Buckles. They have been actively serving the community for over 100 years as insurance experts. When you think insurance, think Newkirk Denison Buckles with locations in Independence, Neodesha, Coffeyville, Fredonia, and Caney.
Coming out of the timeout, still 50-0. Bobcats with the lead, snaps away. Crawley going to throw, rolls to his left-hand side, throws it incomplete. Receiver could not haul that one in.
That's Jeb Stafford, and he took a shot from Kyle Alcanter.
Yeah, Stafford tried to haul that one in, but contact was made as he was able to get a hand on the football, and that jarred that one loose. Incomplete. Approaching the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. 2nd and 10 now for the Bulldog offense. And the shotgun going to go through the hands of Crawley in the backfield, and he'll get swallowed up at around the 22 after a big loss on that play. It really doesn't like anything wrong with that snap necessarily. Yeah, Crawley lost it.
And probably putting so much focus on seeing where the pressure's coming from, kind of overlooked the snap into his hands. Sometimes you got to look that ball in every time.
They're going to bring up third. It's very long for Independence. 3rd and 23 here for the Bulldogs. In the gun. Crawley takes the snap, drops back, fires it to his right-hand side. Going to fall incomplete, almost picked. A little miscommunication. As intended target, hard to tell, but Chisholm was running the fly, and Crawley was throwing the post.
Kane got a score, last I saw at halftime. Pittsburgh 19, Fort Scott 13.
Close ball game. Of course, Fort Scott picked to win the SEK, but playing what amounts to a non-league game of football now. Punting situation. Farley tries to kick this one away. It'll be a short kick and take a favorable bounce for the Bobcats before being down. As bad net on that punt, about 5 yards.
Yep, sometimes it's just not your night.
Yeah, they've really not been going Independence's way, unfortunately. Again, is running into an extremely difficult team here with Baser Linwood. As the Bobcats going to get great field position at the Independence 26-yard line. Flag comes flying in as Bobcats break the huddle with too many players on the field. They'll get tagged with an illegal substitution. Marching back by 5, brings it up 1st and 15. Shotgun set, high snap, able to reel it in, hands it off, and then gets swallowed up in the backfield for a loss there on that one.
That high snap threw everything off for the Bobcats, and Independence able to take advantage.
Like Perez there, ball carrier. Loses yardage on that one. And we're going to hit the end of the third quarter. 50-0 the score. Bobcats with the lead. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
We are all faced with tough decisions when choosing a home away from home for our loved ones. Medical Lodges and Grand Villas of Independence offer a wide variety of services ranging from an assisted living community to skilled nursing or long-term care.
Whether you're seeking a place to make new friends or recover and go home, Medical Lodges and Grand Villas Independence.
Call me, Megan, at Medical Lodges, 331-8789.
Or call me, Amber, at Grand Villas, 331-2260. We serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
You hear every day about what makes an auto repair shop different than the others. AAA, ASA, ASE? What's all this alphabet soup mean? Well, AAA and ASA memberships include on-site monthly inspections, higher standards, and ongoing technician certifications. You can rest assured that having technicians whom are members of the Automotive Service Excellence, or ASE, your vehicle is being repaired right the first time. Call the Car Shop for those great mechanics you've been looking for. 331-3553, the Car Shop in Independence.
Back here, ready to start the fourth quarter. Bobcats with the football. They're up by 50. Got a running clock here in the fourth. Pass off the right-hand side. Going to fall incomplete through the hands of the intended receiver. Brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and 19.
The Independence defense needs to get a big stop here and force Baser Linwood into a punting situation.
Snaps away, rolling out to the right-hand side. Flag comes flying in, almost picked off. Is probably undercut the route, but couldn't quite get there in time. Broke the pass up.
I think we can agree, Kane, if Polly gets that, he's gone.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get there in time, and penalty goes against Bobcats. It'll be declined. It'll bring up 4th and long.
Well, the official signaled first down in defense.
He did. He must have forgot which down it was, I guess. He did signal Independence ball, but it will bring up 4th and 19 for the Bobcats. They'll be going for it. They're in no man's land. Torkelson to throw it. Fires it. It'll be picked off going back the other way as Elias has it. He'll work his way to the right-hand side, shedding ball tacklers out to the 50. And he'll get brought down, and Independence will take over from there as Darian Elias is able to jump in front of that underthrown pass and pick that one off for the Bulldogs.
And good job by Elias to see that that was underthrown and step up. And easily could have batted it down and said, hey, we'll take over. But he said, you know what, I think I can get us better field position.
Yeah, put him out to the 50. So
plus, it makes his stats look better if you got an interception.
Yeah, or he's doing one pass up interception. Twin wideouts to the far side for the Bulldogs. 2 running backs to the backfield for Prawley. Going to hand it off to Farley. Farley up the gut with it out to the 45. Picks up 5 on that carry. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 now for Independence.
Farley now 33 yards on the ground. Also has the 14-yard reception.
Brings up 2nd and 5. Twin wideouts to the far side. 2 running backs in the backfield with Prawley. He'll take the snap out of the shotgun, hands it off to McGrath. McGrath up the middle with it, trying to fight his way through that defense, but they stand him up for no gain. They'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Jaden McGrath having a tough night trying to find any holes through that line. Yet to get to the positive yardage mark.
Yep, it's been tough sledding for really any ball carrier out there tonight for the Bulldogs against this defense. Brings up 3rd and 5, 8:35 left in the 4th quarter. Back in the gun for Prawley. He'll drop back to pass. Got a little time. Now has to step up in the pocket. Get the face mask. Yep, they're going to let it go as he scrambles the right-hand side, gets the first, and then gets forced out of bounds. Picks up enough for the first down.
That'll be, a 12-yard run by Prawley, and that's his biggest, actually his first positive play on the ground.
Although, kind of thinking about it, don't know that it necessarily was a face mask. Might have just had that paw up there and hit the helmet without actually grabbing it.
Any hand close to it considered a face mask.
This isn't no fun league. This is high school. Twin wideouts to the far side. Again for Prawley. Hands it off to Farley up the gut with it. Fights his way across to 30. Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Independence trying to do what no team has been able to do so far this season. I thought Kane would take that away at a score at any point.
No, I'm gonna drop that one. Sorry. Bulldogs with 2nd and 6. Coming up. Handoff muffed on the exchange, and Baser pounces on it. They'll recover. The old sportscaster jinx coming from Brett. It goes back to the hands of Baser.
I don't believe it.
I tried to help you, man, by not saying anything. That's another turnover here tonight for the Bulldogs.
I'm going to go wait in the car.
You got to learn. Don't tempt the football gods like that, that's for sure. They can be very unforgiving. 6:35 left in the 4th quarter. Bobcats with the ball. They're up by 50. And we got a whistle and timeout. Bulldogs. We'll take 60 seconds with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
What makes a good pharmacy? At the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, it's a genuine interest in you and your personal health care needs. They help with all your health questions and concerns and offer health screenings that help monitor your health, sponsor health events that keep you informed of the most important advancements. And of course, a good pharmacy also provides a full range of the products you need for good health, from the national brands to trusted Medicine Shop brands. So what makes a good pharmacy? It's the Medicine Shop Promise. Pride in knowing medicine and also you in order to meet your individual health needs accurately and completely. 400 North Penn in Independence.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence, Indy 102.9.
Coming out of the timeout, quick handoff up the middle there for the Bobcat. as Jacobson was ball carrier. He ends up losing a few yards, actually. Bring up 2nd and 13. Back of a shotgun. Wing back in motion for Baser. Comes to the far side of the field, gets set, and going to have another timeout. This time taken by the Bobcats. We'll go ahead and take another 30 seconds and send it back to the studio. You're listening to Bulldogs football right here on Indy 102.9.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Lee's Cooling and Heating in Independence. Call 620-331-2310. 118 South 8th Street, Independence. You're listening to the IHS Bulldogs on KBIK Independence. Indy 102.9.
Coming out of the timeout. Brings up 2nd and 13 for the Bobcats, who hold on to a 50-point lead over the Bulldogs. Shotgun set. Quarterback option, right-hand side. Going to keep it. Takes it up to the original line of scrimmage after a gain of 3. And bring up 3rd and 10.
A couple quick scores for you, Kane. Like Chanuta's just scored. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. They lead Ottawa 18-13. in what Kane told me would be a good game tonight. Labette County leads Parsons with 2:45 left in the third quarter, 71-0.
Okay, so a close game there in that one for the Labette County Grizzlies.
That's a rivalry game where they're just not taking their foot off the gas.
No, they're not going to in that one. And that one's getting ugly. We're the Vikings. Handoff for the Bobcats. Going to work his way to the left-hand side. Gets brought down around the 35 after a pickup of a couple. Brings up 4th and 8. With 4:45 left in the fourth quarter.
And I noticed that Labette County score.
Yeah, I just want to know. Never in my wildest dreams that I thought that was going to be the score of that Labette County
Here's
game.
what I see in that. When I see it. 71-0, still in the third quarter. T.J. Mayhew scored a touchdown. He's a starter for Labette County, who played at Parsons last year.
Yeah.
The pedal's still on the gas.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure there for those two teams.
Nice punt.
On his way. Good spiraling punt. And going to be muffed and fielded as it's going to be returned for a touchdown. I actually believe that should be brought back, as you cannot return a muffed punt. And they will bring it back, as he never secured possession. He merely touched it, so the ball cannot be advanced unless possession secured and then fumbled away. So Bobcats will take over. As one of those things you don't have happen often, Brett, but usually when a punt's muffed, you pounce. You know, you have guys that pounce on it. Usually don't get a clean pickup, but
that ball bounced.
It bounced right into his hands, and just, like I said, unfortunately, cannot advance a muffed punt for the Bobcats. So they'll take over offensively with 3:10 left in the fourth quarter. Bobcats get some additional personnel brought in there onto the field, additional linemen brought in. Back in the gun. Being back in motion, and got a whistle. Timeout called by the Bobcats. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Bulldogs football right here on Indy 102.9.
We are all faced with tough decisions when choosing a home away from home for our loved ones. Medical Lodges and Grand Villas of Independence offer a wide variety of services ranging from an assisted living community to skilled nursing or long-term care.
Whether you're seeking a place to make new friends or recover and go home, Medical Lodges and Grand Villas Independence.
Call me, Megan, at Medical Lodges, 331-8789.
Or call me, Amber, at Grand Villas, 331-2260. We serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
Coming out of the timeout, 50-0, Bobcats with the lead. And they do have possession of the football, 2:44 left in the fourth quarter. Shotgun set as they take over on the Independence 34-yard line. Drop it back to pass. Looking to the right-hand side, firing it incomplete. Well short of the intended target was Torkelson. And there was a flag thrown there on the play near the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the flag is here. White hat lets us know. Personal foul, face mask. They're going to call it on the Bobcats. Don't see that too often against the offense.
Yeah, it's a rough call. Usually they'll give you a legal hand at the face. See that 15-yard face mask penalty very often.
So that'll march him back considerably. Really doesn't matter at this point because we're a minute 50 away from the end of this one. They'll get it at the Bulldog 49-yard line. First and forever here for the Bobcats. In the gun. Wide out split to either side. Bobcats just taking as much time as they can. Gonna hand it off. Man in motion here to the near side. Gets hit. Ball popped loose. Now still loose on the turf. Still nobody able to get to it. And then finally the Bobcats pounce on it. As Jim lost that one.
In a game like this, not a huge deal. But I'm going to call out Josh Frawley. But Frawley clearly was trying to pick that ball up.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Why
he
not?
had the opportunity to jump on it about 5 different times. All he was thinking about
was scoop it.
He was trying to scoop and score.
Don't blame him in the least bit on that.
He wanted the point.
Back in the gun, 45 seconds left and counting. Here in the ball game. High snap, reeled in, however, by Torkelson. He'll hand it off. Caught in the backfield was his running back. As Jacobson unable to get much out of that one. It'll bring up third and very long.
And that'll do it. Baser does not have to run another play.
Nope, they choose not to. Is we've dipped under that 25-second mark, and Baser going into victory formation, but they still don't even need to do that if they don't want to. As we dip down to 5 seconds, they'll go ahead and do it. Take a knee, and that'll be enough to end it as the final here in this one. Baser Linwood 50, Independence 0. Tough loss here tonight for the Bulldogs on the road. We'll send it back to the studio now for 3 minutes. And then when we come back, we will have our Labette Health postgame show. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
Are you looking for a new option for your checking account? Look no further than Community National Bank and Trust. Our brand new Guardian Secure checking account helps protect you from identity theft, offers cell phone protection, shopping rewards, travel discounts, and can pay you CD-like rates if you qualify, all with your checking account. If your account isn't paying you, call or stop by Community National Bank and Trust today. Member FDIC.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Yep, you're gonna look good in this house. Are we ready to make an offer?
Well, we really love this house.
Yes, we really love this house, but $120,000 is as high as we can go on this house.
You're kidding me, right? I see what kind of car you're driving. You got lots of money. You can do better than that. Sheesh!
Tired of being hounded? Then visit us at Midwest Real Estate. Your home, our commitment. Online at MidwestKS.com.
things change over time, and auto repair is one of those things. While today's high-tech cars may not require the same continuous service as the older ones do, they will nonetheless at one time or another need to be serviced. When they do, they require high-tech equipment and highly trained certified technicians. You can find all those, along with the most advanced computer diagnostic equipment available at the Car Shop.
3201 West Main in Independence. That's 3201 West Main in Independence.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Lee's Cooling and Heating in Independence. Call 620-331-2310. 118 South 8th Street, Independence.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The emergency department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
Back here, the end of this one, 50-0, the final score. Baser Linwood with the victory over the Independence Bulldogs. And this is our Labette Health post-game show. I'm Kane Carpenter along with me, Brett Shields. Brett, tough game here tonight, obviously, but kind of knew this was going to be a more than difficult game going against a Baser Linwood team that was not only undefeated coming into this contest, but yet to allow a point so far this season, and they've kept that intact as well.
Yeah, it's a very impressive Baser Linwood team. It's really, in all aspects of the game, the biggest flaw they had all night was a missed 47-yarder.
Yeah, that's minor.
And every other kick that Parker Rusk had tonight would have been good from 47. He just didn't get a clean hit on it. Just a good night for Baser Linwood all the way around.
Yeah, conversely, a rough one for the Bulldogs here this evening is really not much able to get much going offensively here tonight for Independence, as the ground game just wasn't able to get going, and then kind of almost inexplicably as the game went on, Independence just really having trouble getting the snap off a lot of the time, which led to a number of negative plays for the Bulldogs. And as something you and I have talked about, Brett, very difficult for this Independence offense, the way it's structured and the way they run the offense, to really suffer negative plays. Is they just have a lot of difficulty overcoming those types of plays and that type of adversity when they have that happen to them, much less against a good team like this.
Yeah, just it's going to be a battle all year. Independence, they've known coming in all year that, you know, they lost a lot of seniors last year. It was a young team, not a very big team as far as offense, the line. But even the fourth quarter, 50-0, I didn't see quit in this team. I saw a minute left and a ball on the ground. Josh Prawley tried to pick it up because he wanted to go score. He didn't want to be the fourth team shut out by Baser Linwood. He wanted to be that team that got points on the board, but unable to do so. This team has the opportunity now to go get the second win of the year at home against an Anderson County team that last I saw was trailing to Osawatomie.
Yeah, a rare home game for the Bulldogs. Hard to believe, as we'll get one of those. It'll be Independence's homecoming next Friday night, as they'll get an opportunity to try to, as Brett mentioned, secure their second victory of the year against Anderson County, as those two teams will square off. But again, going into that one, it's going to be about the mental state for this Independence team going forward and not letting these guys get down on themselves. I know they really had an emotionally draining game last week against Parsons, where Independence was able to pull out a victory 56-50 against the Parsons Vikings in that game. Took a lot out of them, I'm sure, both physically and mentally, but able to get the win in that one, and then to come into this game on the road again, making such a long trip and not finding really any success in any aspect of the game, unfortunately. can be tough for players to handle, but again, it's going to be about keeping them up, emotionally and mentally, keeping their heads.
Yeah, you can't go in next week and say, man, we gave up 50 points back-to-back games. Because, that can get in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Parsons team, you won, giving up 50 points. Nobody wants to give up 50 points, period, ever. But it's a little different when you score 56 against that 50. The defense obviously knows it has work to do. The offense knows that, we can score against teams that are the same size as us. They did that last week against Parsons. But a team just much bigger, they struggled tonight, and they're going to have to, like you said, dig deep, and can't dwell on this. You got to move on and know that one game at a time, 3 games different, fresh start every game.
Yeah, bigger and faster as well, and like with anything, that's going to make things so tough for you as a team. When you run up against a team like that beats you with some of those intangibles and like the metrics of being, bigger and faster than you are. Independence gave everything they could here in this game, but just unable to overcome some of those instances where it kind of fell against them a little bit. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll have a little bit more of our Labette Health postgame show. You're listening to Bulldog Football right here on Indy 102.9.
When you have an emergency, you need a comprehensive healthcare facility that puts your mind at ease every step of the way. The emergency department at Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center offers patients fast access to vital healthcare services. Our quick response heart attack and stroke protocols ensure diagnostics begin rapidly. A state-of-the-art facility for state-of-the-art care. Labette Health Independence Healthcare Center, where we center around you.
Back here with our Labette Health postgame show. I'm Kate Carpenter, along with me, Brett Shields. 15-0. The final score here in this one is Baser Linwood Bobcats with the victory over the Independence Bulldogs. Brett, as we mentioned, next week we'll have Anderson County at home, our second of 3 home games this year, and homecoming for the Bulldogs, and another chance for Independence to refocus and try to get back into winning ways like we saw last week from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they were able to get the win against Parsons. And, it'll be nice just to be back on your home field. You won't have to worry about traveling. 3 road games in a row, 2 of those 3 being an hour and a half plus away, Fort Scott being an hour and a half away. This 3-hour road trip up here, obviously not easy on the players. You don't make excuses for games like that, but it's not an easy thing to do. It's much easier when you can go to school, you get out of school, kind of hang out for a few hours, and go over to the field and get ready to play some football.
We'll have that opportunity next week. We're going to wrap things up here on our end. We want to thank, of course, all of our sponsors. Without them, none of this would be possible. We want to thank Travis Gordoff back at the studio. Thank you very much, sir, for everything that you do and keeping things running smoothly here on our broadcast. And as we mentioned, next week, of course, we'll host Anderson County next Friday night right here at 7 o'clock. And please listen to us right here on Indy 102.9 for all that action. And we want to mention, of course, tomorrow, the